It is time. Hear us, Niantic. We are here to say that we absolutely must be heard about this remote raid pass issue. There have been countless people reaching out, saying that they need help, saying that Pokemon Go is not going to be the same for them, and I totally feel you guys, and I feel the exact same way. So this is going to be a Hear Us Niantic movement. We have a fantastic letter that all the content creators have come together with, and most importantly, in the pinned comments, I suggest you guys all get it, share all of our videos, and make sure to push this message as much as possible on everybody's social channels by retweeting, favorite, and sharing, guys. We need this message to be loud, to be clear, and to be precise. And without you guys and all your help, we cannot make this happen. So let's make this happen together and make sure that Niantic does hear us. Okay, so after you have watched this video, get into the pinned comments, sign the petition, and share it to every single Pokemon Go player you have heard. Because I'm more interested than just doing remote raids, I'm interested in who it does affect. It is going to affect a lot of people out there. And I'm more sad about this than anything. All of the rich global communities that have been built, intertwined, and robust for the last 3 years are all at jeopardy right now. Not only that, we are jeopardizing other types of trainers, not limited to, but some of them will be covered in the letter here. So without further ado, let's jump in. This is going to be our official message to Niantic and to Pokemon because they are partners in this game. So let's get after it. And before we get into this, calling all trainers, I need you guys to create massive action in your community. Number one, you need to comment below with constructive criticism. Number two, you need to share this content with every single Discord group, Facebook group, Niantic group, whatever you're in, this content needs to be shared. And then number three, I need you to get into the pinned comments below and sign the petition. Do your part. Let's make our voice heard, but we can't make it heard without your participation. So get on all social medias, blast it out. We all have it. Share into your stories, retweet it on Twitter, share it every single place that you possibly can. Let's make this heard and let's make it loud. Dear Niantic, we are writing on behalf of your customers, the Pokemon Go community. We want to start off by letting you know that we love Pokemon Go. Let's be real, guys. We all love Pokemon Go. We wouldn't be so upset, so fired up, so ready to go if we didn't all love Pokemon Go and love what this game does for us and has done for us and can continue to do for us with the right decision making. Let's be clear, we are all passionate about it. We all love it. Let's move on. Not just Go, but Pokemon franchise in general. We are and always will be passionate, loyal, and vocal about our thoughts and concerns, and that's why we are all here together right now. We want Pokemon Go to succeed, and we want to be able to play this game, the game we love, for years to come. And that's why we're all really here together, because we feel like over the last 3 years, Pokemon Go has evolved. It has changed. It has become something new that it would have never become before. And before it did become this something new, in my opinion, it was slightly stagnant, especially because of raid battles. And some people were choosing not to go after the raid battles because let's also be honest that when Lugia comes back 4, 5, 6 times, when Ho-Oh comes back 4, 5, 6 times, now that we have the XL candy to be able to gain, it is pretty cool. But if it comes back another time with no new move, the exact same thing for 2 weeks, how many of you guys out there are really inspired to get out into the community and do any raid battles? Me personally, I will do it because I love this game. I love participating with my online communities and everything like that. But I see the numbers get less and less by the repetition of these Pokemon coming out more and more. Unfortunately, we as a community feel unheard. Time and time again, our questions go unanswered. Our concerns are not addressed. And most importantly, our needs are not taken into proper consideration. I do feel this from the bottom of my heart that this game can be robust. It can be rich. It can be getting everything that both parties need. Customers as well as the database and the programmers and everything on that side of the story. But there needs to be ample communication and consideration taken into these things. And I do believe that going about things in the right direction. I feel like the decision that was made would have been a great failsafe if other measures were not taken preemptively. And then let's say you did all the things that we suggest in this letter. And then finally what happens is then the last thing is limiting the remote raids. But why would you limit them right up front when you haven't even really tried that hard to try to implement something that could create change in the direction that you're looking for? It doesn't really make too much sense to me. I don't know what you guys feel, but please, whenever you're dropping comments and criticism in the comments below, keep it positive and keep it constructive because that is truly how you have a voice, by being calm, poised, and actually communicating what exactly you mean. Not just this sucks, but hey, this really makes me hurt because I've created 3-year bonds with so many trainers across the globe. When I was in Singapore, I was able to meet some of these people. When I was in Seattle, I met some of these people, and I can't wait to meet more of these people in the future. And it's so cool because then you have something more than just going to an event to just play with somebody. You have like, oh my gosh, yo, are you going to be there? You live in Japan, I live in America. Okay, well, you're both going to Europe. Wow, how cool is as that. You would never ever have that opportunity beforehand except to show up and hopefully meet somebody. So that's why one of the biggest things for me here is the lack of preemptive planning to get you to an event that will make this experience of Pokemon Go that much more rich. As of now, we are specifically referring to the April 6th Remote Raid Pass update. We do not agree with your decision, and the majority of us want you to know that limiting remote raids to 5 passes per day will harm. And this is not limited. This is just some of the examples that we have. Rural trainers who lack adequate local community support, which has always been an issue here. Trainers with disabilities who physically cannot get outside to play. Trainers who have severe social anxiety, who struggle mentally to get outside to participate in in-person raids. Trainers who work night shifts and cannot participate in raids during the day. Single parent trainers who are managing a household and career with minimal time to spare. And mostly of all, the remote changes will limit our global interaction with trainers who we have developed tight bonds with over the last 3 years. And so just by looking at those demographics, maybe they're not the normal person that plays Pokemon Go, but there are a lot of these people out there. There's a ton of people, and the thing that's really unique about Pokemon Go is you can pick it up and go with it. It's not a limitation to, oh, I have to sit down and play with it like it is for an Xbox, right? We have to pick it up, we have to go, we have to move on, and whenever we have the chance, we can play it, and whenever we don't have the chance, we can put that down, and then it's just gonna be like that. And that's what makes Pokemon Go special, and that's what I feel like the remote raid passes really added into the game, because if I don't have time on Tuesday and I want to do a couple raid battles, I can jump into my global Discord and I can maybe do, 5 to 10 raids with my community while I'm also doing other things. But doing 5 to 10 raids in person is going to be a struggle, because most of the time, honestly speaking, there's not even a ton of raid battles outside that makes it available for me to even be able to do. Every form of trainer has equal and every right to play and enjoy Pokemon Go. I want to stress that, because I do truly feel that every single type of person has the opportunity to be able to play when global raid passes are present. At the end of the day, the world has evolved since the pandemic. The landscape of working, playing, and interacting has evolved and changed. Trainers now work at home. Through the new work-life dynamic, rich communities were built and still continue to be built. These communities are just as viable and strong as in-person communities, and I truly believe that. The globals can feed in with the in-person, but you have to structure the in-person to be incentivized to be able to get those people out that are wanting to be out, including myself. I love to be out in the community. These communities are unique, special, and one of a kind, and we know from the bottom of our hearts that this is an equal room to have both types of communities flourish simultaneously. If Niantic's goal is to get trainers outside, reward players significantly for doing in-person raids. You can reward guaranteed XL rare candy. I would be very incentivized to be able to get out there. Increase lucky friends odds during first-time in-person raid interaction. Offer premium items such as incubator star piece, etc. from the in-person raids. However, the most important thing that I want to stress, and I keep on stressing this over and over again, is to incentivize the in-person raids, but do not take away and squander what we've built globally over the last 3+ years. Because at this point, sure, maybe I don't do 5 raids every single day remote. Maybe I don't, but maybe I do. There's days that I do. There's days that I don't. But limiting this to something that is not going to have a feasibility for me if I do want to do, that would be kind of crazy. But moving onwards, without remote raids, the opportunity to attend live events to meet our global Pokemon Go friends will not be as enticing, exciting, or robust as I talked about, because we're not able to participate with these people as often. We're not able to have raid trains on a random Tuesday morning because everybody doesn't have work, or whatever that case is. There's just not that freedom and flexibility that I think that this game does deserve because of how portable Pokemon Go actually is. We as a global community did not want the remote raid issue to come to this point by any stretch of our imaginations. Our goal was to not have this happen. I don't like to have this participation happen. I don't like to have people's feelings hurt. I don't like to have people's emotions being played with and making them feel like they're hopeless here. That's why we're trying our best to have this voice out there so we can be heard, and so that even if the Pokemon Company and Niantic choose not to allow this issue to change, guess what? At least we tried our absolute best. And that's all that really counts for us at the end of the day as content creators and community leaders. But as already mentioned, we are not heard. We are sad, distraught, and discouraged because our interactions with our global friends will no longer be free to accommodate for every type of global Pokemon Go trainer. Please, for the second time, and please, for the last time, hashtag Hear Us Niantic every single time you talk about this. Talk to your community. Talk to us. Let's have a discussion. The answer is beyond creating scarce limitations for remote raids, but creating a rich, incentivized environment to encourage local community congregation. Sincerely, the Pokemon Go community. Okay, so I think that that letter pretty much sums up probably one of the most important things about this entire issue is freedom, is incentivization, is using incentivizing over scarcity, and most importantly, taking into account the landscape of what Pokemon Go is, what global communities are, and most importantly, that global communities are just as important as in-person communities, and both of them can flourish simultaneously. But over the last 3 years, we've been actually putting so much effort into the global through remote raid, through everything, including live events, that we haven't even had a chance to see Niantic Niantic really tried to incentivize us on the in-person raids to encourage us to go out. What did we get? Elite raids? I mean, the elite raids, you're up there for 30 minutes. Some of the Pokemon aren't even super relevant. And beyond that, what do you get more? You're getting crazy types of items? Not really. Are you getting, 30-minute spawns with the chance to see a wild legendary, but the wild legendaries are so scarce that they're not even spawning. So I would rather go and do 1 or 2 raids and not even wait around for the spawns. So I think that there has been a very small amount of effort going into the in-person raids, and the last ditch effort for me would be to limit the remote raids, when in reality you could prepare beforehand and make sure that it does go well, that it does go as planned, and that you can test a lot of these things without having to take away something right off the bat and make so much of an uproar and a commotion in the community, because we genuinely care, we love each other. I love meeting people from all around the globe, and honestly, global raiding from remotes has made that so rich and so enticing that every single time I'm in another country, whether it be Spain, Singapore, Japan, anywhere, I have people that are in the global community that come out, and I'm able to meet those people, and I know instantly that we're gonna have a connection because we've already conversated in our global remote raid groups. So with that said, I appreciate you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, everything to everybody's content that you see me pushing this message, because that truly will take this to the next level. Sign the petition and spread them all in your local groups. So I appreciate you guys being here as always. To all my likers, comment, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes their support, subscription, and participation to the next level. I'm gonna see you guys out in the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.